YorkshireASMR, and welcome to the first episode of me replaying Breath of the Wild. I actually don't remember the year we bought it. It was, I think, the year after release. But Al's and I decided to buy a Switch, and the two games we were both interested in were Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. And one weekend, we unpackaged it, we set it up, and the first game we played was Breath of the Wild. I don't really know what I expected, but I was just kind of blown away in that initial playthrough of the game. I was just enamored with how it made me feel like a kid, even though as a kid I never played Zelda games. This is the first Zelda game I earnestly played. I had friends who had like Game Boy copies, so they lent me that. But I never owned a GameCube or an N64 or a SNES. The first console I got outside of a Game Boy was an Xbox, the original Xbox, with the Duke, the giant Xbox controller, the original one. Prior to that, my family had a PC, so I played PC games like Age of Empires and Baldur's Gate. There's a kitty cat in this room. I thought he was outside. Just wait right there.
Yeah, I was just looking for him.
I heard a little his little face. Spit it out. No, don't touch that. Don't touch that. One of these. What's that? Little snips. See you later, mate. See ya. He's like doing heavy breathing before he starts purring. Okay. Goodbye. You're kind of naughty. Okay, now that the kitten has been wrangled. Yeah, Link, get it. He's looking good to say he's been cooped up for 100 years. His muscles atrophying. So yeah, playing this game made me nostalgia for a period of my life that never existed.
That is a Sheikah slate.
This is the
Take it.
tablet,
It will help guide you after your
Which
long
is-
slumber.
quite ingenious really, bringing a modern sensibility of appliances and applications in a pseudo-magical fantasy setting. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar about it, which is interesting because to Link it is, but to us as the user, there's a familiarity there too. And so we have very little backstory here to a completely new user like myself who had never played a Zelda game before. I know that Link is this skinny little pretty boy who's an amazing warrior, and I know Zelda is this very powerful princess, but that's it. That's all we have, and there's someone who might even know even less. They might walk into the room and wonder, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? Oh, see, I went for my weapon. There is no weapon. Okay, we'll pick it up. And we'll see if there's good reasons. Oh. I pressed the wrong button, I guess. Okay. have some well-worn trousers. These clothes didn't last as well as Link did, but oops, wrong button. I guess they weren't in cryogenic storage. Now we have boots. Nothing. I can't help it. I'm just so eager to break stuff. Wow, there's really no audio settings. That's a shame. I think that might be one downside to Nintendo games. Not all, but most. There's not a lot of accessibility settings, which I think is really important in more modern gaming. But from a tutorial perspective, we see chests. Chests are universal. Game reward, right? So even to a complete new user, they know, oh hey, there's gonna be treasure inside. I guess I could have just gone naked, but I figure with him hitting his feet when he kicked it open, it's very kind of us to let him wear some boots. But we're on such a linear path as a tutorial. Right now he's teaching us some basics. First, the Sheikah Slate and its importance within the game world. How to open rewards and what to look for to get rewards, and how to equip them. And now,
You are the light,
we have
our light,
some backstory.
that must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
And that's it so far. Super quick. Why the light? Like, to a new user. What the heck is she talking about? It's got the UI on screen. Jumping. Sprinting. To a new user, they can see, okay, if I sprint, this bar goes down. If I stop, it recharges. Pretty straightforward. Jumping. We don't have a double jump like Mario, so how are we gonna get up this? It immediately tells you, same button as jump, but now you need to apply it to certain things. Can't use it here though, so it must be contextual. This is our first look at the wider world of Hyrule. We have two immediately eye-grabbing things on the horizon. What looks to be like a castle and a volcano that's erupting. And closer in the foreground we see what looks to be a wall. A large wall. Crumbled though. Much like the castle in the background, there is decay. And here we have a church that seems to be, well, falling apart, overgrown. But there is a person. So, we are drawn to this spot here, as well as the individual down there. So, to a new user, we have a few things that are so far away, and we have these short-term calls that have been provided to us. Investigate this individual, and investigate the church. First, we have, what's this? It's shiny, so it must be something. A tree branch. Doesn't do much damage, but it serves as a weapon in a pinch. So now, we need to how to equip it. Oh. Yeah. Oh. I am not a primary user of see, I know to do that, but the game hasn't told me that yet. But I see a bug. We can go grab that bug. It's a bladed rhino beetle. Demand that you handle with care. Boil the horns alongside monster bars to concoct an elixir that will raise your attack power. So the game is teaching us already, just in these small tooltips, boiling monster parts. A nice little mushroom. Mushrooms. Maybe we should grab a bunch and hide in a ditch. That's the Nazgul are looking for us. Alright, there we go. I see more mushrooms. So now that we've discovered them, the game has revealed the question marks to be something unknown quantity. So both we, the user, and Link, the character, have learned something. I see another beetle. Let's go grab it. Just in case. When I play games, I'm very much a hoarder. Oh, there's a taken stop messing about.
For the point marked on the map,
You got stuff to do, Link. Come on. Yeah. Okay. So, head to this point in this great unknown. Let's watch my hard work that was paused. It's gone. I see another beetle. I wonder if this one's called Ringo, or John, or Paul, or George. We'll call it George. So, a clearly defined path of these stone steps is leading us towards this individual, but also this tree. There are apples. We know they're apples, and now Link knows they're apples. And we'll get back down. This man's like looking at this stranger just climbing a tree. Whoa. In time for Christmas. He does look quite a bit like Santa. Bye. Who are you? Where are we? This is the Great Plateau. That little phrase, I guess, or name has been highlighted for good reason. The user could skip through this, but that'll catch their eye. The Great Plateau is going to mean something. And it's got a very stiff animation as the camera cuts away and shows us the temple. Once again, 2 times now our focus has been drawn to it. Wow, very pointed. So we have a question mark here. It's not immediately clear what it might be, but we can see it looks to be like an apple. Naturally, curiosity will get the better of most users. A baked apple. Direct heat. I beg your pardon. I do believe that was my baked apple. So now the game is teaching us something. This is a moment of importance. The game is saying, hey, this is important. We can already see the stats. So an apple is half a heart restored, and this is 3/4 of a heart restored. Now we only have a few hearts as is, so even that one small quarter is going to mean a lot. So maybe let's add a couple of mushrooms, or 3, and the UI has now changed while holding them in Link's arms, and we can see where they might drop. So let's drop them, and oh, he kind of reacted like, whoa. We've tasted these to perfection. He looks scared. Or is he coughing? He's okay now. Yay. Well, see you later. We now see there's another empty fire here, and question mark. It's a big old axe. A tool of choice for felling trees. Once again, there's quite a lot of information packed in a small tooltip. 1, we're being told that not only is this an axe, it's a woodcutter's axe, and given that there's plenty of trees around, the user can safely assume this means something in-game. Its formidable weight and uneven balancing makes it a slow, inefficient weapon. So there, twice now, we're being told that this is a tool, not necessarily a weapon, but it could be a weapon, just not a very good one. And we can switch weapons quickly. So let's switch to the axe, and let's get a few more apples. There we go. Someone's there, but I can't bother to get it. And I guess I don't need to pick up. I saw the word collect. I must have missed whatever it was. Oh, hightail lizard. Click the monster boss. So once again, we're being taught monster parts and a single rupee that I'll put in my back pocket. So the game is telling us once again that this is not just a game about fighting, but there's resource collection and there are tools. And that looks interesting. Small body of water and a hole here. Some fish jumping around, but this hole is very particular. Now, obviously, I have some insider information that not everyone has. So, let's, oops, wrong button. I can't remember how to run. Oh, I can't run with the rock. Too heavy. Right, Link might be strong, but he's not that strong. Okay, if I drop it, will it drop? Okay. I was wrong. The placement of these two rocks so close to this lip, it encourages the idea of creativity and exploration, which is I think something this game bugger. So even though I knew what to do, I still failed. Okay, here we are, the user has their first taste of something different, something as bright red, something that's humanoid, but is coming at me with a lot of speed. Let's get my tree branch out. And I know to do this, your tree branch is badly damaged. Whoa, well that was fast. Yeah, get some. And he dropped something. A bokoblin horn. So, we're being told it's a bokoblin. It's encountered on the plains of Hyrule. It's not edible. We tossed into a stew with some critters to make an elixir. So, the door's rattling because I'm upstairs. So, we're being told the other side of the boiling insects story, or lizards. We need monster parts from those monsters, and it is indeed a monster. Get me a few more apples. Throughout this playthrough, you'll very quickly see that I am a hoarder, and I hoard everything. Almost. Mostly. A lot, at least. Oh, come on. I want any goodies inside without having to... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we have a tool. And there is some roasted bird drumstick. Well, that's tasty. And it'll certainly heal a lot. And what do we have here? Nada. Well, in that previous fight just now, I saw that sticks are not very worthwhile. It is a weapon in a pinch, like I'm pretty sure the tooltip said, but it broke very, very easily. So, all we have now is our trusty axe. And this big fella. Whoa. Yeah. We can steal his weapon. It's a crude club. It's essentially a stick. I stole your stick. And he's angry. And we have another horn. We can ball that later with Greg, George. Okay, so there's more fellas in here. We're not even in the main castle yet, but I'll take your stick. Thank you very much, because I can use that later. And we've got to be taught that chests are good. Not through just this game, but all games in general. Chests usually have good stuff. So these trousers are Hylian, not just ragged little things that we found stored for a century. Funny how the chest in there had ragged trousers, but the chest in here had nice trousers. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. Okay, what did we get? Nothing. Are you serious? That's aggravating. Come on. Whoa. Okay. I forgot about these boogers. So some chests have bad stuff inside. And this is choo-choo jelly. Doesn't make trains. Maybe we'll power them one day. Applying a bit of elemental stimulation will change its form. Okay, so the game is hinting at what could be used there. Currently, our first elemental simulation we've had was to cook the apples and the mushrooms. So, logically, if I can put mushrooms and apples on the fire, this thing could also be put on the fire, and something interesting might happen. Doesn't look like there's much treasure here, except this big old thing. This looks like to be, to a first time player, something out of The Incredibles. No capes. Nice butterfly there. And we'll continue our quest upwards towards this crumbled church. And we see more soup killers. Soup as in superhero, not soup as in mushroom or tomato soup. And we have random knick-knack kind of treasure. It must be, I said from inside, its build quality is leaps and bounds above anything built using current technology. Interesting note there, because to Link, what is current, he doesn't know what he is. He doesn't know how long it's been. Obviously we, the audience, might know. Oh, hello, I didn't even see you there. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot how to... Oh, it's trigger. Okay, I was trying to lock onto him. I don't think it came up in playing. He uses his right stick to lock on. What's in here? Any more of those naughty goblins? Ooh, a valuable ore. It contains the power of water. Interesting note. And some arrows. I don't have a bow, but now I know that a bow is forthcoming. I actually didn't remember that was in there. That was just a total, like, intuition thing. Like, it's very clear that, like, the user might miss this. They might go straight inside because their attention is drawn to the other end there. So, a more curious one might see this, and an even more curious one might smash those jars. Should they realize that a lot of Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, but Link in particular, is smashing jars. Like I said, I did play little bits of the previous games. On the GameCube, I played Ocarina of Time, bits of it, or I watched specifically my childminder's stepson. He was playing it, and I would just be in the room watching. Okay, well, there is something to interact with. It smiles upon me. Is that it? Looks like it. It's a very sunny day, and there's more treasure to be found. It's kind of interesting how, I forgot the name of the bad guy from The Incredibles. Syndro. Is that right? Syndrome. When a little jolly to a new world where you help design the same mechanisms here. If it almost worked on Mr. Incredible and many other superheroes from that world, who's to say it couldn't work here too? Our minimap is taking us in this direction. There's a lot of open ground. There's a mound there, but more importantly, there are some bad guys here. So I could use my bow, be a cheeky little so-and-so, and maybe see barrels. That is something that is carried across from many games. Big red barrel means explosion. Are you serious? Bloody break. Come here, you bugger. I need you to give me your goodies. Oh. Come on. Oh. No. Give me what's inside. Okay, well, I can at least steal the seared steak. Thank you for dinner, friends. Oh, now there's something interesting. I spotted it from afar, but I hadn't applied it because I instead opted to go steal that bat. But I noticed this boulder was curiously perched on the edge here. Now, after my experience earlier, it would seem I know that physics exists, so it would make sense that I can push that off and cause more havoc. Oh, hello. Looks like he has a bow. Oh, yeah! Hit Divinity's head. Performs a critical hit and deals double damage. Oh. There we go. And you can have multiple bows. More arrows. And another bow. More arrows. I could maybe drop that down for a stick, but who is that over there? Looks to be like you guys have some friends. Whoops. I gotta aim a bit higher, and he moved. Oh, it's so hard to do the yeah. Third time's the lucky. Third time's the charm. I don't know. We have a couple of arrows back. More arrows. Ooh, a traveler's sword and a shield. So now we can block. Oh, I keep doing that by accident. We have this. So now we look like a true warrior. I'll wait to use my sword. But now we recognize this as we've used them. Well, technically one, but the first one we tried with gave us the slate. That was my ankle. Sorry about that. So Link hesitantly puts it in, and it connects with his iTunes account and tells him he has updates pending. Please watch for falling rocks. Imagine if Apple told you that. Whoa. Oh dear. I think we might have knocked our head. A cutscene. Things are changing. This is unusual. The current inhabitants of this area of the Great Plateau are surprised by this turn of events, and now we get a glimpse not only at the greater world. You can always imagine some of these beacons being lit, trying to inform Rohan or Hyrule needs help. But we're seeing that because of these various biomes, this is happening across the world. Something's changed. This is new. Things shouldn't be this way, necessarily. We also got a glimpse of where we are. We're at this walled rise, a plateau. Distilling local information. Distilling, you might think, like some kind of alcohol, liquid, and yep, it's a liquid. There you go. Apple update complete. And a classic, more modern, I say modern, like in the past 10 years or so, game design aspect. There is a area to go to locate skill set area, which gives you an incentive to go to new regions while simultaneously, because it's usually a tower, give you a focal point to move towards. That I just touched this mic very slightly. It's a focal point that you can move towards to make it stand out in each area. So because the region might be unfamiliar to you, because your map tells you nothing, you have something to focus on. Okay, and now we get a closer glimpse at the ruined tower we saw earlier, breathed in this red smoky flame, and some kind of big-faced creature, almost dragon-esque, as it is coiled around that area, with a voice telling us, "Yo, speed it up. You've been asleep too long, mate. We need your help.
Before it's too late.
Tick tock, tick tock." But I got stuff to do. I got things to explore and recipes to find. This is quite the shot right here. Our first glimpse at what might be the true state. We have these points to head towards, and I can hear Todd Howard's voice as he talks about Skyrim now. Like, if you can see a mountain, you can climb that mountain. An interesting feature right there. It looks like a mountain has been cleft in two, and there we have similar plateau-looking regions that they look different in their rock structure. And here on the left, a snowy peak, and more snow even closer to home. Okay, well, next question. How do we get down? Thankfully, oh, whoops. All's well that ends well. And out. Where did he come from? What's higher than what I was in? It's almost as though a long dormant power. I heard a voice. No. Again, the very stilted point animation. Look, over there. There is a great evil. That is Calamity Ganon. Exactly 100 years. I do. Isolate this plateau, and once again we have a bigger look. There is fog encompassing the wall all around. We are in a different area, notably different. We are isolated. Or more foolish. Watch me. Paraglider. So, we are being told, A, our first quest, B, we are on a different zone, and the only way to get out is by following this quest, and C, we are going to find out about treasure. So, this light emanating from the structure is unique not only in its pattern and its shape, it's already reminiscent to the user of the same patterns and shapes and colorings that encompass the Sheikah slate. So, logic dictates that the two are combined somehow, not only because we didn't see them before we got in the tower, but also, like I said, because of the design between the two, the shared design between the two. Treasure for the paraglider. So, and obviously we can see that on the way there is a little group of feisty little boys, or boyos I should say. Oh, and they have a guard. Now it's hard to say how far away he is, but I am an expert archer. I have made 3 of 5 shots, which I'd say is pretty good, right? And okay, they're excited about something. Is there anything around that could be used to my advantage? It doesn't look like it. So let's just have some fun. Once he calms down. Oh, it didn't kill him. Whoops. Okay. No. Whoops. And they're stealing his stuff so they can't get it. Wait, no, don't you dare. Oh dear. Okay, I'll keep using these clubs until I can't. Don't you shoot me. I want your arrows, my good friend. Give me your arrows. The user's attention is now drawn to something atop one of the stands, and the camera also pulled us towards it, so we're reminded of where it is, because killing these naughty little bokoblins has yielded something more so than their monster parts. It has provided us with a treasure chest shaped in the face of a monster. So, correlation being that if we kill the bokoblins, we get specific treasure that they guard, and only after we kill them. You would assume. I mean, I know that's the case, but you'd assume. And here we have a cooking pot, which is different, so I have talked about it enough. Let's get a potion going. That's still doing a mighty elixir. Strengthens your body and mind to boost your attack power with all weapons. That's very useful. Okay, now hold that. And we'll put another tooth in there, because nothing like drinking a tooth to make you feel good. That ball is a pulsate body just so rigidly flying around. A hasty elixir boosts our movement speed. Pretty good. Oh, we have another one over here I missed in this trash pile. So, we've now learned how to cook potions. Oh, we know. The game had obviously told us quite a few times, but this is the first time we've put it into practice. Now there's a body of water that separates us and that, so we could just climb. We've already been taught how to climb. It would make sense to make use of our strengths to get up here. I realize that I likely won't be able to finish the plateau before the end of this video, so it's going to be likely in 2 parts. I'm taking this kind of game designer perspective approach. Oh, I think this is from like a DLC or something. That's nice. Let me. Oh, and you see in the water there another chest. Now, as a pretending to be a new time user, I see I can dash. Me being in the water costs me stamina to move around in. I can't dive, so I have no real getting to it. So I will just press on and act like I don't know why I can't get to it. I know why I'm pressing on. Password accepted. Things things are lining up. Now there's a contrast here between the orange and the blue, which is not unfamiliar to any person who has maybe worked with graphic design before. There was a period of the late 2000s, early 10s, where a lot of games and media and movies and whatnot use the colour clash between orange and blue, and even to this day they still do. It's quite a drawing clash of colours, not clash necessarily, but contrast. And we see the colour has changed now from orange to blue, and the orange has moved into the structure itself. So there are different states now. It was orange when the door was not opened. It's blue and orange with the door opened. And let's see what happens when I enter on the turbo lift. I descend into the earth. Nice loading screen with tips. What more can you ask for? We could skip this if we wanted, but I figure first time we'll keep it as is. And we enter. To you, says but in the shrine, I am Oman Ao. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Magnesis. So, because I noticed there was a chest in the water, a light bulb should pop above most users' head to be, aha, this looks like metal. The things outside look like metal, with a chance that that chest might be made of metal. But how exactly do I manipulate it? So I go in for my daily Apple update, and we are distilling again. I love this process. It's very visceral. It's not like you just pop it in and a tooltip comes up and like loading complete. It's a animated sequence that draws you in with this kind of expectation as the music swells. So grab on to metallic objects using the magnetic energy that pours forth from the magnesis room, not fifth, not third, but fourth. Objects held at the magnetic snare can be lifted up and moved freely. Okay, so we are learning how to use a rune, our first rune in fact. And as I hold the left bumper, the world changes. This magic is emanating from the rune itself as I hold it in my hand. And these solid pieces clearly are special. And I don't remember what I need to do them. Oh yes, just reveal the walkway underneath. Okay, so off I go. Down. And across. Alright, here we are. A new room. Let's bring this over here in case it's relevant. Oh, so we have actually, I think, two ways of solving that. We could have just grabbed the block that was already in there, or we could blow through like I did, but there's something moving. Something I haven't seen before. I can target it, but it seems to be aggressively moving towards me. Notice how its color scheme is very similar to that of the orange and blue that I talked about. And not only its design, but it's very reminiscent of the previous design of the Sheikah slates and on the temple structure itself. It's very straightforward. We have one bridge, but it glows, so I must be able to hook it and pull it in. Is there we go. Thank you. What goodies do you have? Another bow. My inventory is full. Oh no, we can't have that. Oops. We will drop a crappy bow and replace it. Thank you. Alright. We could do a sweep to see if there's anything else in here. No. Okay. Let's pull this door. Oh, oops, that fell off. Wait. Alright, nothing else in here. Let's go touch this blue shield. it looks like he's also been asleep for 100 years. And as I touch it, the shield breaks away. You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Oman Ao, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of Goddess Hylia and dedicated to something canon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. And out he farts a little thing that goes into my chest cage, rib cage, chest cavity. Okay, we gained one. I don't know if you heard it, I don't know if the mic picked it up, but at that very moment, my phone buzzed. Maybe it notified me that yes, I did receive a spirit orb. May the goddess smile upon you. Cheers, mate. You too. May the force be with you. As a kid growing up in a Catholic school, whenever I heard the phrase, may the force be with you, I just can't help but be like, and also with you. Oh, Catholic school things. I'm not Catholic, but I did go to a Catholic school. It was one of the better schools in the area. So, we got the spirit orb, but no treasure. But the deal was paraglider for treasure, so slow down, my courageous friend. Stilted point. It's all connected to your iPhone. Paraglider, please. I have yet to finish speaking. A highly advanced tribe, so that's how this technology is explained to such highly advanced tribe, and the great power of their wisdom saved the kingdom time and time again. The ancient technology disappeared long ago. Oh, so what is that? I don't know. I had that wrong, but there are still 3 more, so we need to get the treasure from each shrine, and then we get a paraglider. I am altering the deal, and pray I do not alter it any further. Looking around from a high point. So we could go back into the tower. Are you joking? I'm not climbing that bloody thing again. So take a look at the map. Here we are. Our world right here. Now, there's already a lot of detail in this world. We have several points of interest that have already been pointed out for us. And we, me, I guess, as a player, was like, wow, there's already a lot of detail in this area alone. Like, how big really is this game gonna be? I want to fast travel. We can instantly travel to any of those places with the Sheikah's Light. So we could use Star Trek technology to teleport ourselves. I guess that's a spoiler. But first, before we do anything, don't forget this little bad boy hidden away, sneakily hiding in there. What have you got for me? Oh, I got open into the ground. It's valuable and used in crafting. Okay, well, better than nothing. And what has this got? A question mark, a roasted bass. So, I learned from that not only are there fish, I did see some fish earlier, but you can catch them and cook them. Makes sense. Okay, well, go on then. Let's use a bit of Star Trek technology. Sorry, spoilers, because I realize I haven't shown this yet. But yeah, I am prestiged. Oh, actually, no, I guess not prestige, because in prestige, his original body doesn't disappear. But if you haven't seen Prestige, which is a very old film, well, very old, it's 15 years. Oh, give it a take. Wait a minute, how did he get here? Oi. Cheeky bugger. Did you fly here? Yes, considering that I teleported here, it is curious how you made it here. Okay, just ignore me then, fine. There's a scope, aka the camera zoom function. So so we click down like I did earlier by accident because I tried to lock in. I got it. You don't need to tell me anything else. I experienced. Okay. Immediately after talking to him, I see there is a thing here. So I pin it. And once again, the user is being told orange is a thing to look out for. And given like the kind of palette, not white palette, but like basic color scheme around the world, the orange really pops. Like there in the distance, it pops. It really pops. And it looks like I'm turning my body as I turn the controller. That is unclear if that's going to be in this plateau or not. Either way, I'll pin it. And something, well, I can see in the minimap that it is on the plateau. Something I like to do is I like to change pins to be specific icons. I usually, I think, use shields for when it's a shrine. I never use them for what they are other than the chests. And then I can go back in and I can ping all these towers because, like I said earlier, a staple of these kind of exploration games is the towers, or what you use to unlock the map for new areas. So I might as well save myself a bit of time, ping them now, so that I know later in the game where to head to unlock the map. And do I see anything else? Oh yeah, I have one pin left, and then I gotta start over. Okay. So, I'm zooming out. The map is already huge. I felt like I saw a lot. And yet, I'm only seeing bits and pieces. There's still so much left to explore, which I think is like a key. Oh wait, I didn't do that one. Oops. A key aspect of this game's charm is the world is so big, and you can do as little or as much as you want in the process of uncovering what secrets it has to offer. It is perfectly viable for you to go straight to that big scary tower, castle, and follow your destiny. Or you can meander around for what might be in-game months and just have absolute blast doing whatever you want. See, I see a distant temple, so I might as well, ping that now, and I already got that one. I think I exhausted my horizon. Actually, did I get that one? Yes, I think I did, because it looks like there is a... Yeah. Okay. So I know that this is going to be another... Is that the only one I saw? I thought I saw another one. I thought I saw two. One. Oh, I guess it wasn't like that one. Oh wait, no. That's pretty close. I guess the two of them are quite close. So the orange, like I said, really stands out. It's something that draws the eye, and it shows that it's important. So, do I have both of these? Did I get that one? Yes, I did. How do I wish there was a way I could easily delete it, but apologies, that was my angle. Alright, well, I think this might be a good spot to call this part of the adventure. The next episode will be dealing with these 3 temples right here. And I think between those 2 episodes, I say very confidently, I should be able to get myself off the Great Plateau. So, I will save it. And let's look out upon. Oh, I haven't seen. It's orange. It's got a similar design style. So, interesting that I can see that flying. As of yet, I as a user don't know what it is or what it means. There's also some features down here. We have like a little wooden tower as well as a stone pillar. And over there, some kind of large structure, like a tent. A big pile of rocks. There's some creepy mist. It's also becoming nighttime. I hadn't realized that. So here, nighttime in Hyrule. As we look out upon the great unknown. Well, unless you played the game before like I have. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed my ramblings as I play this. Austin's PC is rendering over there and I think the screen should turn off. If I've missed something, let me know. I might have missed like something you experienced when you first played. Tell me about your first experience playing this game and how it made you feel. 'Cause like I said, I went through this initial period with such childish glee, and it's very interesting to retake those steps with a more analytical eye. I will probably make another video this week that won't be video games. I am thinking of making a board game video. But if there are any particular video games you would like me to continue with that I've already played, let me know. I think I'm definitely going to do an Outer Wilds episode again. And if you would like to see me play more Breath of the Wild after I finish the second part of this, then again, let me know. And I will, whoa, that was cool. That's a big shiny. Shame I can't do anything about it. I liked the effect as it hit the ground. That's cool. That's very cool. So, Breath of the Wild. Cool, it's a cool game. I imagine I won't release another video until after Christmas. So, happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Or whatever other celebration you may be doing for the winter solstice. Or winter celebration, I guess. I hope you enjoy your evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. And if this video has helped you relax, then that's good. I'm glad. And if you just enjoyed listening to me talk, then that's also good. Okay, well, I guess I'll just leave it there.